Hi Sagittarius, how are you guys? In this reading, we are going to look at you and the person or situation that you're dealing with that's on your mind. Pull cards on how they're feeling, how they view the situation, actions, and hopefully get some ideas of what you can do. But let's go ahead and get started. This is just pre-shuffle, so it could apply, doesn't have to, but it's looking pretty. Doesn't this look like I want to come forward, but I'm afraid to I'm going to get my head bit off. You know, like there's like hesitation here, and then here it's like this dragon. It's like the direction he's going, this dragon is like, ah. I don't know. Just thought of that. It's just got that, and then I thought I'd show that to you guys because it was so strong. And then I pulled another deck. I think I'm going to use this Light Seers deck, but definitely a strong return. We got Judgment. The Judgment card was strong, but with the Six of Cups and the Fool, looks like return energy to me, a second chance, a new beginning. I don't know if you're having to leave something first, but that is what it looks like so far. So we'll see. But also I've got the pendulum out. So you guys be thinking about a, yes, no question. And then we'll do a yes, no question at the end. Okay. So, and also, if you guys would so kindly take a moment to hit thumbs up, hit like, and subscribe to the channel if you are not. I see that only like 20% of my regular viewers are subscribed, and you just have no idea how much that helps if you take the time to subscribe. I'm so sorry. One moment. Let me get my dog untangled. Come on, baby. There you go. She was tangled around a bedpost. Okay. All right. So anyway, just pre-shuffle. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for those of you who are subscribed. It means so much to me, and it helps a lot. I also love when you guys support each other in the comments. The other thing I wanted to say is, gosh, I dropped another one. Okay. Well, this Libra and this Empress card keeps coming out, so. Libra could be strong, motherhood, Pisces. The other thing I wanted to say is, you know, when you come across points in the readings that are important to you or that you want to remember, if you come back across the reading, you can always put a timestamp in the comments. You can use the comments as kind of like a journal to remember key points that, you know, meant something to you or that you wanted to revisit. See, there's Judgment. I felt that strong in the pre-shuffle. It's kind of feeling like second chances, but there's some turbulence is what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Ten of Swords. Yeah, we talked about that too. Leaving a difficult situation. You may have to leave something first. There's a Ten of Swords is typically a painful ending. Oh my gosh. Y'all's energy is so strong. So a difficult situation, Ten of Swords, clarified by Judgment. So it could be that you're releasing something very heavy that went on for a long time. But whatever what is definitely strong is it is bringing in like a renewed you, a freer, newer. Remember we had the Fool card, a freer, newer, lighter you. It's bringing in good, even if you may not feel it at this point. Difficulty, trauma, difficult things almost always present something good after. Some sort of growth or new relationships, new experiences, if we allow it, you know, if we don't get stuck in this Nine of Swords energy, which is just sadness and overthinking and just inability. This is like, gosh, it's like, feels like, you know, the sky is falling. It's very heavy. So we don't want to get stuck in this. It looks like you've had more than your share of that from that card. That's what that card is depicting. So let's see. Overall, we have the Knight of Wands. This is like a renewed source of passion. Knight of Wands is often a card of somebody coming in fast, unexpected. Wow, the Tower. So some big tower coming up, some big, you know, transition, something major happening that's going to change things. So it could be an awakening or an aha moment. This is a powerful reading. Bottom of the, I'm sorry, not the bottom of the deck, the next card. So what lies beneath or at the heart of the matter is the Two of Wands. So that's choices. Which way is better for the overall? You know, it's like the Two of Wands is like, which way do I go? So this route might be easier. You know, it might be shinier or prettier, but this route is going to be better for my entire, you know, it's like the whole world. It actually looks like a map here. I've never seen that, but I've never looked at that. But that's like a van and a surfboard. Huh. So this route looks like it might be like a higher standard, not a higher standard of living, but a funner or lighter with the van and the surfboard. More, I don't know, it's almost like an adventure. So that's interesting. We'll clarify. Justice, things balancing out. The Justice card could be karma, but it's definitely something is shaking things up. You, they, someone, something is shaking things up, and it's going to balance things out. The Justice card speaks of fairness. It's a Libran energy. Librans are all about fairness. You got 3 major arcana here. You got strong Sag and strong Libra. So Knight of Cups. So definitely twice we have indication of somebody coming in with passion and love. The Knight of Cups, this is kind of feeling like a return. I don't know if it's the person that things have been blowing up with or someone new. But what it does, definitely these cards are indicating is some big blow up is clearing a difficult situation, clearing that energy, maybe making it blow up in our face, your face, their face, and clearing the slate. It's kind of like something had to come crumbling down before the gravity of it or the necessariness of it was felt or dealt with. High Priestess, again, Pisces energy. High Priestess is someone who, she's sometimes psychic. She knows things, but she's also got an element of being very aloof. She doesn't have to shout it at the rooftops or tell people. She can lean back and just kind of be like, watch things play out. She doesn't try to control things or make things happen. And that's in the advice position. So take that how it would work out or how it would resonate for your situation. She's very wise, but she doesn't have to share her knowledge, you know. She's aloof about it. I'm also getting a strong letter M, which is not the norm. And then you've got 9 of Pentacles. That's like independence and wealth. So I think you're reaching a point where you don't need someone. And that might be what throws everything off and makes, you know, brings on this big aha moment. Bottom of the deck is 8 of Wands, communication, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Somebody's learning. See that? The Page of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles is some kind of new and stable beginning, something that can take root and grow. See these roots? But it doesn't happen through just like rainbows and butterflies. See how dirty the hands are? It's like doing the dirty work to get through there. Somebody's going to have to learn and do something regarding communication that might not be the easiest route. There's growth. So we like growth. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. So some painful ending brings on a, you've got major transition here. Major transition. This is also indication of independence and wealth. The 9 of Pentacles is blessings. It's being okay on your own. It's empowerment. And it's like see this white, she's carefree. It's kind of got a little bit of a fool energy, but she's crisp and clean and clear. Wow, 8 of Cups, again, walking away. Magician. Why? Because you know what you want. Maybe staying in a situation was blocking or not giving you, not allowing space for things to get better. Wow, look at that, Emperor. You're in control, or you're going to be, or you're learning to be in control of what you want, not settling. Oh my gosh, Four of Wands. You guys might be, some of you could be in a what you feel like is a twin flame. Because we've had Empress and Emperor, divine feminine and masculine. But this has got, so I feel like the main message so far is you having the tools, with this Magician card, where to go, all the tools you need to be successful. You create the abundance and the love in your world. This is not relying on someone else to fix things for you. This is you feeling empowered, and it might start with some sort of ending because you're able to look at the bigger picture with this card. And there's been some sort of, you know, like needing or wanting or feeling reliant on someone else to either rescue or make things better for you. And it's almost like that was a little bit of a handicap, like that was keeping you from running the race full speed. Like maybe it was a rock in your shoe where you couldn't run the race full speed. It looks like you're freeing yourself of that. But you got major good stuff coming. But okay, let's go into what's going on with this communication. So another night. How crazy is that? 3 nights. You got somebody coming in fast and furious. Somebody, this person, I feel like have you guys had this in the past? I feel like you guys are getting like this big lesson or realization that how powerful and able and strong and just competent you are on your own without needing something or someone. And in result, and what that does is it brings someone in. It could be, this Ace of Wands keeps showing up too, a very passionate new beginning. But look at this Nine of Wands. She's so independent and strong on her own, peaceful. Big lessons here is what this looks like. Let's see what else. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Do I want to use a different deck? I think I'm going to use a different deck. Patience, balance. Interesting. I want to clarify with this one. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Wow. Interesting. Somebody, this King of Swords, I'm not sure that I should pull these. I'm going to put them back because I was just warming up. But this King of Swords looks like the sword is kind of like, I've made up my mind. My sword is not raised. I'm not out to cut anyone. My sword is not down. I'm not closed off, right? But I'm clear-minded. This is kind of like my final decision. This Death card is interesting because it's kind of like hanging on by a thread. I feel like you've gotten some empowerment of, I know what I want, I know what I'm worth, I finally figured out I can do this without someone, or I'm my value. It's like a glow up, but it's like almost like a beautiful awakening. Six of Swords. Why did I pull the Six of Swords? Oh, okay. Well, the next card is the Sun card. Happiness. Leaving something. Tell me more about the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's that element again of leaving something. Six of Wands. So leaving something probably, just because of where I laid the card, leaving that, this overthinking, this dwelling, this needing something or relying on something that's not working, moving towards this Six of Wands, which is exactly what we've been getting the whole time, is this victory, you know? It's a recognition, but I think a lot of it has to do with you recognizing your own value, you empowering yourself to do it on your own or be able to do it on your own. And then that kind of illuminates this beauty. Geez, Ace of Cups. You've got new beginning all over the place. It's funny because you've got a terrible ending or painful ending and a new beginning. And you've got a major High Priestess, major energy of knowing, inner knowing. You may have a fire about somebody else not seeing your value, just kind of gave you that oomph to, oh yeah, well, I'll show you kind of thing. Oh my gosh, High Priestess, clarifying High Priestess. It's an inner knowing that you can cut out things that don't serve you. Is why I'm saying that is because of the Queen of Swords. And you can have what you want. And you can make a decision. See this, Lovers? The Magician again. Strong reading. So I want to know more about the Lovers. I mean, not the Lovers. The Eight of Wands. What's the communication coming in? Okay, so somebody looks like regret. Four Cups. Somebody's... There may be an element of somebody not being interested in someone else. Interesting. And then the Strength card, Leo energy, and then the King of Pentacles. So something to do, holding back, something to do with money. Y'all tell me, because I feel like y'all are going to know what that one means. But tell me more about this Eight of Wands. Okay. Communication. Somebody's burdened by this. Somebody is burdened, unable to move forward. I don't think it's you. Somebody's done a lot of thinking about it. Two of Swords. Somebody might have got cut out. Advice is the High Priestess, remember? You got Page of Pentacles. Maybe getting an apology. And you may be, there may be, you know what I just picked up on is somebody is kind of like got to the point where they're like, you know, kind of like indifference. It's kind of like, I'm not mad. I'm just clear-minded. If it's not working, it's not working. It's kind of like I've got to bygones be bygones. And, but I still, tell me why I'm getting the return energy. Yeah, maybe a stable new beginning. It's very conflicted because there's an element of being okay on your own, being independent, having money come in. Maybe it's your focus on money, a new beginning, something new and stable, something lucrative. There's money, there's stability here. I do feel like it is money. Enough to share, enough to give. Maybe all your energy was going into something that was draining you, and then you weren't putting the energy you needed to into maybe your pentacles. Which that suffered. Also, maybe you weren't able to give enough to the other areas of your life, and that suffered. Let's do the yes, no, and I'll pull some oracles. So you guys think about a yes, no. The outcome is somebody is regretting. I guess I should finish that, shouldn't I? Give me more on the outcome, this Nine of Pentacles. Definitely independence, but we've got so much return energy. What else on the outcome? Sorry, I kind of bounced around there, didn't I? Stability, a high-level relationship, financial success. So definitely abundance coming in, I think in the form of money or, you know, financial stability. We had a lot of indications of someone, a person though, with regret. So somebody's losing you. I don't know if you're going to take them back or not though. The Wheel of Fortune. Maybe you're going to be so happy that you don't need someone else. Oh, can I get a card on that person? Their thoughts, their next actions. Walking away from something and then there's that, Knight of Wands. Oh, look at this. Ten of Cups. Why the Eight of Cups? What's the walking away? They may have to walk away from something. Oh, I don't know about this. This Sun card, often that's like family, sometimes children, I don't know. Just forgot Ring Around the Rosie. Tell me more about this one. Okay, King of Wands, Eight of Cups. King of Wands, somebody who is decisive about their action. It could be travel. Something long distance. I'm still not quite catching that. Let me keep going. Why the Eight of Cups? Nine of Swords. Deception. Maybe a drama queen involved. There may be, this might be awakening. They may have to walk away or kind of get out of a, I feel like I'm not real clear on that, but I feel like it could be somebody that has to really let go of something that's been holding them back and take action towards their whole future too. Kind of like that Two of Pentacles that you first got. And like a deceptive energy, some sort of deception. So let's take, yeah, because then this comes. Sorry, hold on. So then this comes, and enter Knight of Cups comes in, and then you get the I don't know if it's a reconciliation, but something is going to be a rebirth, a judgment, it does look like you have somebody coming in that is full of regret, but they've got to leave something else toxic or something big. And it could just be a mindset. And then that Judgment card, I mean, that is, often it's with the, especially since we have the Justice card, it could be justice. There's the Emperor again. The Two of Cups and the Three of Cups, celebration. So, I mean, I definitely feel, or the cards are definitely implying a return. It's just not the main focus of the reading. The main focus of the reading is you and your power, you and being empowered. So, but you've got Emperor twice. You've got some, it does look like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. But you're finding your power. Let's go ahead and do this pendulum, and I'm going to get sometimes the oracles will tie it all together often. Let's see. You guys ask a yes, no, and we'll let that get started, and then I will pull an oracle. Milk and honey. Uh-oh, that's the triangle spot where I have to pull a card. So let's do that. Why do we need to pull a card? So it says patterns. So watch for patterns. They all intertwine. And it says start moving. I'm not sure. I wrote that down and I'm reading at one point. But then you got this one. Something big is happening. So watch for patterns. Patterns also, they help teach us where we are repeating, things that we haven't learned or moved on from. We may be stuck in habits of wanting to sink back into negative thinking. Something else I learned today that I thought was so valuable was when you find yourself slipping into a thought like, I can't do it, or any kind of negative emotion, remember that you don't have to trust your brain. Just because your brain, that voice in your head, you can even give it a different name. Like mine is Beatrice. So like when Beatrice starts talking, I can not listen to her. She could say, you can't do it. She could say, you're not smart enough, or you don't have enough energy, or you don't have enough time. First, there's 3 steps. First, you say, is that even true? Okay. So you kind of go, is that true? And a lot of times you're going to find out, no, it's not true. That's just negative thinking. Okay. And then the second question is if it's true, even if it is true, what can I change it? Or can I change it? Okay, is it true? Can I change it? And then number 3 is, if I can't change it, so if it's, I don't have the energy for this, I can ask myself, is it true? And then I can answer that, well, actually, I haven't got my body moving, blood pumping enough today, so it's probably not even true. I probably could go run around the block or do some jumping jacks, and I probably could help my energy, get my body moving and have more energy, right? Get my mental going too. Did I get sunlight today? Did I get enough, sleep last night? So is it even true? That would be your first question. Then the second one is, can I change it? Well, often we can change it. But 3, if we can't change it, the third question is, can I still proceed forward towards my goal even with this element? So even if it's something terrible that we can't change, the third question is, can I proceed even with this in the picture? I can't remember how it was worded. But it's just, I thought, oh, that's so simple and it's so profound, because basically it doesn't give us like permission. It doesn't dismiss how we feel. It doesn't get us dwelling on it. It's kind of like handles it in the best way both ways. Even if it is something we can't change, it still doesn't get us in this pity energy. It doesn't get us in this, oh, well, woe is me, poor me, I don't have enough energy, or I don't have enough money, or it doesn't do that. It doesn't give us that, that pity party vibe. And even if it is true, but the other thing is, a lot of times it's not true, and it gives us the like realization that we can dismiss it if it's something that we can dismiss, and we can kind of say, well, that's just a thought, it's not true. Beatrice, you and I are going to talk about this later, because I'm not going to listen to you right now, So you guys tell me what you think about that. You deserve better. Here's another one. Look at this. I love it. If you didn't break it, what makes you think you can fix it? Maybe you got to fix the things that you can control. And then we got missing you. Wow. Misunderstandings. And monitor your thoughts. So I'm just going to keep going. Sadness and regret. Okay, but I got to pull an oracle. Let me pull an oracle. I just saw a change in the wind. That's Libran energy again. Big changes, good changes coming. All the glitters. I feel like it's money. You guys are getting stronger, able to pursue things on your own. Yes, somebody misses you. Yes, somebody's full of regret. Yes, you're going to have somebody come back. They're going to see you in your power. Yeah, they miss you. I mean, it's all over the place. But the reading kept wanting to go towards, you leaving a place of feeling like you needed someone or something to be successful, and getting to a place where you realize you don't. I want to pull one more. I don't know why. I hope this was helpful. Let's talk in the comments. Okay, Treasure Island. So another indication of money. And then the other one that's kind of not sure about is this why. It's the next cards were not for you and why. And that's a fortune cookie. So there's something to do with strategy, or I don't know, some sort of controlling something, and then there's a why, but I don't know what that's implying. Let me ask that real quick. Real quick. Okay, it says, beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in a group? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role with the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. So in the, and I'm reading the wrong, I'm reading the wrong one, totally. And we're gonna run out of time, hold on. Motives, driving intention, the power of knowing why. Knowing the motives behind your career and creative ventures is the ticket to your greatest success. So make sure you ask yourself, when you have to do something hard, start with the why, okay? Why? That's why you do it. That's why you put the effort in. That's why you do hard things.